everybody, it's me, RoboMaker61, and it's been a while since I've updated, like 2 months due to my previous video that not really anybody saw because of me crying in the thumbnail, but I had a breakdown. Things are okay-ish, figuring it out, but I have a Q&A part 2 that I promised you guys that I would actually do, and then I never actually did, so now I'm doing them. You're welcome. So, the first question is from someone who asked me to call them the greatest Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist ever. What's your favorite video game? It'd probably have to be... I don't think Sims counts as a video game, but I'm gonna count it anyways because I'm a loser. So either Sims 3 or 4, or Mass Effect, or Subnautica. Subnautica is also really fun. The Almighty Ruler asked what's my favorite anime and why. My favorite anime would probably have to be between Your Lie in April and Berserk. Yes, they're entirely different animes. One's violent as heck, and the other one is more of a classical music-related type of thing. Your Lie in April is one of my favorite animes due to the fact that I'm a violist who taught myself violin with a viola. Yes, I can read violin notes and cello and viola. I need to work on bass, but I don't have any bass friends to help teach me to play bass. I'm sorry, I'm talking really fast. It's been a while since I've updated. I'm not used to it anymore. But, Your Lie in April is just one of those things that actually got me into classical music and kept me going mostly for viola playing, because I did want to quit, but then there was another reason for that. One of my crushes, Josh, was also the big reason for me not quitting orchestra. Blaney Bell asked my favorite story I've written. I don't necessarily have a favorite, but I do have some stories that I like I like it right. I can't English. That I like writing. Like my story that I have not yet published on Wattpad called Diabolical Love. It's actually based on my crush, but our personalities have been flip-flopped around basically, except they're not flip-flopped. They're more of, we're both cold people who just don't give craps. And neither of us we both refuse to like admit that we like each other, even though it's obvious in the story that you two like each other, date already, oh my gosh. And favorite online friend. Okay, so that'd have to be either my friend Claire, or, I haven't talked to her in forever. She lives somewhere, I think New York, I believe. I don't remember her name. I'm so sorry if you watch this. Oh my gosh, we haven't talked in so long. Or my friend, I have not talked to my best friends, online friends, in so long. So that's between Claire, my friend who lives in New York. I think the other one lives in England. I'm gonna be so wrong about that, I'm sorry. Or my friend who lives in Germany. Those four. Blaze said, what's your favorite accent? That'd have to be between the Polish, the French, or the Australian, or the British. British is cool too, even though the Australian and the British have very few dislikes. Well, like, differences, sorry, my English today is not working. But, if I can move to anywhere, where would it be? Okay, Australia, I'm sorry, no question, Australia. I don't know why, Australia's interested me for like 3 years now. Meme asked, what's your favorite element and why? Fire. I don't know why. I don't like heat, but fire is definitely my favorite element. And who's my favorite YouTuber? Either Shane Dawson, or Jacksepticeye, or Markiplier, or PewDiePie. I don't really know, because I don't watch YouTube as much as I used to anymore, due to, previous video. Still healing somewhat. Avery asks, where's my locker? Okay, so in our high school, we have locker bays. So mine is in the locker bay right as you walk in from the buses. It's not the first column, it's the second column over on the right, and it's like the third row in the... Well, it's like the... Shoot, okay, so there's the wall where there's like a wall of lockers, and then there's another little area in the middle that's where more lockers. Mine's on this side of that. It's on like the other side of it. It's like the third one, I believe. I can't English! When did you start publishing your stories? February 14th of 2015? I'd have to check to see when I first made my very first Quotev account to figure that out. I'm not 100% sure on that. I apologize in advance. Okay, so Violet asked, why did you marry your husband? Clarifying, I'm not actually married. I have no ring. She means, so I have I roleplay with someone, used to, and I may or may not have married a character in there multiple times. He divorced me multiple times, and we have 28 children. Most of them were experimental because we got kidnapped by a group who experiments on supernatural creatures, and my character's part cat, and she has a cat reproductive system. I'm not going into it. It'll be like a 40-minute video if I do. Oh my gosh, I'm talking way too fast. I need to chill. But he's one of those people who, like, he's different, but different in a good way, but he's like, I broke his cold shell. I will not state his name, because in real life he's gay, but I'm okay with that, because bisexual, I don't care. It's adorable. Okay, and then Caleb asked, what's your favorite book? Okay, so, I don't read very often, like, unless it's on Wattpad or Kotav, because that's where I read most of my stuff, and I write it I can't English, where I write most of my stuff. So, my favorite, I hate it when people ask me things like this. Well, not hate it, I just struggle with it, but my favorite book would probably either have to be Divergent, or The Fault in Our Stars, probably. I haven't read it so long, I've read, like, a few, Goosebumps I used to read a whole bunch, too. I really don't know. Jake asked favorite TV show. My favorite TV show, I really don't have a favorite. Like, I'm trying to watch The Arrow, because I know it's ending. Like, they're working on, like, the final season, I think. Pretty dang sure. I also like The Flash and DC Legends. I'm not watching past the 6th episode of DC Legends for reasons, because no, I already know what happens, and I don't want to see it, because I will cry, and it's not okay. I've done that enough this year. But, my favorite, Daredevil used to be I'm more of a DC person now. I used to be a Marvel person, like, I used to be obsessed over Captain America. Oh my gosh, it was intense. I have, like, 7 fanfictions, and I had to go and delete, like, 6 of them, because I was like, none of these are gonna get updated. Like, one of them was originally a Tony Stark X-Reader, but it had more Captain America in it, so I switched it from Tony to Captain America. So, yeah, so it'd have to be The Arrow, probably, because it's the only show I'm actually watching right now. Gracie asked, favorite food. It'd have to be a fruit of forms, because I'm definitely a fruity person, so we made watermelon cupcakes. They didn't taste very good. That's why I overloaded them with frosting. But then my friend Shelby decided to take the dye and, like, pour it in, so it ended up being plasticky and gross tasting and greasy and stuff. Thanks, Shelby! It wasn't the best. The frosting was okay. I still ate it somewhat, but the watermelon cupcakes were not the best. So we have a Chinese restaurant somewhere over yonder. I don't know, it was too far. It's on the opposite side of town. And they have the best cheesecake ever. Oh, and sushi. Sushi is good too. I love sushi. But, they have, I used to, like, when I was little in, like, elementary school, we used to go to China Buffet quite often, and I'd always get the cheesecake, and my parents would yell at me and go, no, Morgan, you can't get that. You have to get something else, like meat or something. And I was like, but I just want the cheesecake. And they just not like yell at me, but they'd like scold me and be like, no, Morgan, go get something else. You need more than just cheesecake. And I'd like pout and go and grab something else. Mainly just grab fruit nowadays. I don't get the cheesecake as often because recently my stomach's not liking sugar, but that's okay. Okay, so Logan asked, what do you have planned for your next stories? I can't spoil anything necessarily, but I know in my story that's unpublished that I already said in the beginning, Diabolical Love is going to have the biggest plot twist that ever in the end of the story. I'm debating if, like, I have a feeling some people are gonna see it and go, oh, yeah, I figured, like, I kind of saw this coming, and then there's gonna be those people who sit there, like, shocked, like, whoa, hold up, wait a minute, hold up, wait, what's going on here? There's gonna be more than one type, like, it depends on how observant you are when you read my stories. My stories are not the best, I will admit that, sorry, pain, but, I just blurred. So yeah, no spoilers. Kyle asked, which of the things you've written is your favorite? Diabolical Love, Partners in Crime, or I'm in Love with an Assassin. Partners in Crime is based on me, my Shelby, Sarah, and me. And we're basically, like, I'm the thief in it. The first chapter's based on me robbing a bank and then getting home and finding out that Shelby ruined my carpet. She has a YouTube channel too, by the way. She animated it. And Sarah's a sociopathic thief. Shelby's a psychopathic thief. I don't know, I just needed to do something intense and, like, killerous, and I had been in a Sherlock phase at the time, so it was like psychopath, sociopath, let's go. I'm not saying all psychopaths or sociopaths are killers, I'm not saying that at all. I just love the story. I'm in love with an assassin. It's currently on hold because I'm on an extreme writer's block for it. Because it's about a girl named Zara who meets an assassin named Laurent, and she finds out, like, chapter 1, literally at the very end of the chapter, that her boyfriend was cheating on her. And she ends up killing him in the beginning of chapter 2. So, mini spoilers, it doesn't really matter to the story very much. And basically, it's just that, like, they have to fight some big boss guy that she used to work for. Spoilers, I'm sorry. And Diabolical Love, I can't spoil anything. It's just about me and my crush, Josh. Unpublished. Alyssa asked, who are your top 5 favorite characters of yours? Oh, gosh. Okay, so I feel like I missed a question. Huh. Oh no, that's another one. Okay. Who are your top 5 characters of yours? It'd probably have to be Josh, Morgan, Sarah, and Shelby. And probably my other character, Morgan, in my story, Snowflake, which is about me and my husband. Yeah, because in that story, Morgan's like, I put myself into it, but change my personality and stuff like that. So basically that, oh gosh, the story is like, it's based around the roleplay, so I'm using my screenshots that I didn't have in the beginning of the roleplay. I didn't have them till like months into the roleplay. So I'm kind of YOLOing on what I already remember from it, which is a big pain in the bum. But, yeah, it's very interesting. I think in it, my character just had a miscarriage. After, a car hit her in her back, she rolled down a hill and smacked into a fence, and was there for a while, and then she woke up and she was like, whoa, I'm bleeding from my head, and then the girl I was role-playing with, went to the, can't English, my brain is not working, I'm tired, I'm sorry, but, she has a dragon, she called her Saphira or something like that, and she had her dragon come over to me and heal me, but then after she healed me, my character was like, oh yay, I'm healed now, sweet, let's go, and then she was like, oh yeah, by the way, you lost your baby, and Morgan was like, wait, hold up, hang on, wait a minute, this isn't what I agreed to. And then she, like, entirely broke down and, like, obviously, because I don't know why you wouldn't. But she didn't handle it very well. And her current acquaintance at the time that she kidnapped, by the way, chapter 1, she legit kidnaps him. Like, knocks him out and then kidnaps him. And she's like, whoa, hold up. He wakes up in a cave tied to the chair and he's like, bro, no, nah, get me out of here. Like, he's calm about it, but he's like, what are you doing? Why am I here? Stop touching my things. So I was holding his gun at the time, and he was like, bro, stop. Okay, Fred asked, what your favorite mythical creature? Okay, so it'd probably have to be between a phoenix, a chimera, which I think is a mythical creature. I'm pretty sure it's I think that's one of the mythical creatures. Or a dragon, probably one of those 3. If you could be a mythical creature, what would it be? Probably a phoenix, because they never die, and fire. Yes. But they're also so freaking cool. I don't know. Like, so many movies have, like, really cool sounds they make when they, like, screech and stuff like that. I just find that interesting as well. Emma asked, what is the dumbest thing you've ever done? Oh my gosh, you people have not seen the things I have done. I just need to think of one in the million dumb things I've done. So, let's see. I mean, there was that one time I used to have a rocking chair and I put it in my closet. Me and my little sister were, like, balancing on the edges of it, but then she told me, wait a minute, don't go yet, and then I ended up, like, jumping, and she fell and slammed the back of her knee into a metal part that was sticking out of the back of my chair and ended up getting like 5 stitches in the back of her leg. That was horrible, because it was at like 11 o'clock at night. We were supposed to be asleep, but I'm a rebel, so I don't listen sometimes. Very often I do not listen. But, another one of the things would probably be like, oh gosh. My very, very first story, hang on, let me grab my iPad. It's way the heck over here. Come hit it. That I have written on my iPad. First generation, by the way. I have the very first story I ever written. I can't English. I'm so sorry, guys. My English today is not working. I speak better French sometimes than I do English. Thanks, French class. But it's literally my character's always injured, pregnant, or in the hospital for some odd reason, or is helping other people who are injured, literally. And in the very first story I've ever written, they don't do the do. It's just poof, they're pregnant. Just, there's nothing going on. It's just poof, pregnant, hi, I'm here. And it's just like, what are you doing? So, yeah, like, let me see, like, in the very, very beginning of this thing, literally, the first sentence is literally, I was investigating a house in Florida. All of a sudden, I felt a terrible, horrible burning sensation on my right arm. I looked at my shirt, and it was turning red. I pulled up my shirt to see 3 deep scratches bleeding on my right arm. It felt like 2 knives were in my arm, forcing me to cry. Like, what? First 3 sentences, she's already bleeding out on her arm. Like, really? And I don't think that's how ghosts work. Like, I'm sure they, like, scratch you, but not to the point where you're, like, gushing blood out of your arm. Like, that's not how things work. Like, not at all. I'm scrolling down to the way bottom because it's huge. Literally, I haven't continued the story since October 22nd of 2016. And I don't even think that was me continuing it. I think that was me erasing the bottom of it. Either that or fixing a mistake. Let's see, the most recent one I've continued was probably a Captain Cold-X reader. Oh gosh, this one's weird. But it's like, my character has a bow and arrow, and if she shoots the arrow into, like, certain spots, it'll, like, blind you momentarily and, like, make you pass out. They call her the Midnight Shadow. Let's see, if I might have... It's funny, because I'm pretty dang sure that, like, she works for Star Labs, but she's also, like, a vigilante at night. Let's see, I don't actually know. I don't think I have it written down in here, but I'm gonna check anyways. She gets experimented on, and then she's able to, like, take people's pain away and transfer it to herself. Not 100, yeah, literally, like, every single chapter, something happens to her. Let's see, what happens in the first paragraph? She gets shot in the arm or something, doesn't she? Let's see. What are you gonna do about it, Midnight Shadow? He mocked. Ah, so that's what they're calling me. Has a nice ring, I said. He groaned and shot. I tried to dodge, but it hit my shoulder. I ignored the pain and let go of an arrow, hitting him in the chest, almost immediately knocking him out. Chapter 1, she's bleeding from her shoulder. Chapter 2, well, not chapter 2, but the next paragraph. She's dizzy due to the blood loss. She goes to freaking Star Labs not caring. She hasn't eaten forever. She's walking around in the cold in a t-shirt. That's probably smart. She gets beaten up by a group of 5 guys and almost strangled. Next paragraph. She's kidnapped and experimented on. Next chapter after that, she got experimented on again. Yeah, it's intense. This one, she starts getting pain because she takes pain away from others and transfers everything to herself. I'm sorry, I keep messing with my Fitbit. The freaking band keeps moving. This one, she ends up transferring so much pain she blacks out. This one, she transfers pain because they were feeling pain in their back. This one, she ends up freezing someone by accident, like, using his gun, and she ends up, like, taking their pain away while they're in the ice, and as she's doing that, the ice starts thawing. And I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah, and then her, his sister has, like, a cut on her wrist or a burn on her wrist, sorry, and she takes the pain from that and transfers it to herself, and I'm like, what are you doing? This one, Oh gosh, in the Sherlock X reader, literally the first sentences are, John Sherlock and me were heading back from a case that we had just solved. Of course, me being me, I had been injured and refused to tell either of them. Sherlock could probably tell and just didn't say anything. What is this? Literally, I have a Captain Cold X-Reader, Sherlock X-Reader, Nick from Left 4 Dead 2, Charles and Eric from X-Men, Gordon Ramsay, a Batman. Oh my gosh, I have way too much in here. I need to delete like half these. Half these people are video game characters. It's intense. I don't write fanfiction as much as I used to. I'm working on writing more like normal stories. Like on Quotab, I'm writing with Claire, our Elementalist versus the Maniacs of Life. We haven't continued it since the school year started because neither of us have time. She's tried a few times, but I don't know. I'm like a chapter or two ahead of her. And we can't publish anything until both of our chapters are done because it's a tag team story. And we each write sides, so I probably mentioned it in the other Q&A maybe, I don't remember. But, I write the Maniacs of Life, which is the bad guys with Victor, Derek, Gabriel, and Violet. Violet controls weather, she has atmokinesis. Gabriel can, like, hypnotize, like, illusions and stuff like that. Victor, I believe, has the paralysis shock, and Derek has pain infliction. Claire controls the Elementalists. They each have like the 4 elements: water, earth, fire, and air. She has Kennedy, Noah, Grace, and Eli. Grace controls air, Kennedy controls fire, Noah controls water, and Eli controls like earth, kind of stuff like that, like rocks and plants and stuff like that. They each have like super side powers. Like I think Kennedy has lightning. Grace has like tornadoes or something like that. Noah has like rain. I'm not 100% sure on that. And Eli has like, I think plants is Eli's side power. But like, mini spoiler alert. But we're supposed to be making 2 of the Maniacs switch over to the Elementalist coming up pretty soon here. But of course the Elementalists are like, bro, no, they're bad guys. Why would you let them join our team? And they're just like, we don't like our team. Scree. And then they like freak out and stuff. So yeah. I mean, I think I finally continued a story after like 2 years of not continuing it. My Guts X reader from Berserk. It has like 1.4k reads or something like that, like 1,400 reads on Wattpad right now or something like that. I haven't checked for a few days. But I finally updated it, and it's still on hold because I'm struggling with ideas. I just decided to write down random things, basically, in the chapter. So, yeah. Whoopsie! Writer's block is a great thing all writers deal with. So, that was my Q&A plus random me blabbering out about random things. I hope you enjoyed, and bye.